Hello dear cut and sew tribe, you are welcome to another interesting tutorial. Thank you guys for always stopping by. In today's class we are going to learn how to recreate this beautiful pinafore dress. I'm going to show you how to cut and sew it from the beginning to the end. So if this looks like what you want to learn, let's get into it in detail. Okay, so for this project I have all these materials with me that I will be working with. I have my matching thread and the button I'm going to use for the strap. So depending on your body size, 2 yards of any fabric of your choice should be okay. I have 2 yards here with me. So on my pattern paper I've already drafted out my dartless full scale basic body. So the length of this is not up to my gown length. So I have my bust line like so, my bust point, my under bust line, my waist line, and my hip line. So like I said, this is not up to my full gown length. By the time I want to transfer it on fabric, I'm going to extend the length of this. So, and another thing I want you to take note is that I didn't input my neck measurement, so it's because we don't really need it on this pattern. Now to get the width of our strap, so you can just use your nipple to nipple as the measurement. So here now my nipple to nipple is going to be 4 inches, and for you to get the depth, how low you want it to be, you can use 7 inches. I actually used 7 inches for my own. So from the shoulder line I came down by 7 inches, and I am going to create a line for that so that it will be visible for you to see. So this line that I am drawing is going to be the depth, which is 7 inches. Now like I said, for the width I'll be using my nipple to nipple, which is 4 inches. Do you get it now? So this, I am going to create a straight line. Just go ahead and create the straight line. So downward, I notice I created the line to the hem of this basic body, but you don't really need it. So but I created the line to the end. You may decide to just stop on that 7 inches. Do you get my point now? So this is it. This line now is going to be the width of your strap. Do you get it now? Your nipple to nipple. Now for you to get the how wide your strap is going to be, I recommend you use just between 1 to 1.5. So in my own case I used 1.5 for the width. So that 1.5, you are going to measure it like I am doing. Can you see it? From the shoulder you are going to extend it all the way to the depth, to that 7 inches line we drew initially. So this now is going to be your strap length. Do you get it now? So I have my strap like this. Is as simple as that. Now the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead now and create your new armhole. So now this is totally depends on your preference. If you like, you can go as low as you going under your bust. You can use your half length for the wideness of the armhole, but according to what we have on the thumbnail, the armhole is not that wide. So from my bust line I will just come down by 1 inch. I came down by 1 inch from my bust line, and I am going to connect it to my strap length. Can you see the way I am placing my cuff? So from your strap length you can just connect it like so to that 1 inch you came down with. So here now, this is going to be my new arm hole. Now if you look at the neck line of that for the front, that neckline is not straight, so I'm going to shape it a little bit. So from the CF, center front, so on that 7 inches line, I'll just go up by ½ inch, and I'm going to just blend it like so. Can you see it? Just go up by ½ inch from CF, and you are going to connect it to this point I am pointing to. Do you get it now? So just go ahead and just blend it out. So I've used my hand, my free hand to get that shape, but I think I'm still going to use my cuff. Let me use my cuff so that the shape can come out very well. Now this is totally optional. If you like, you can just leave the neckline straight, but just to achieve what we have on the thumbnail, that was why I did this. Can you see it? So this is it. Our pattern is ready. Now for the back pattern, I am not going to draft another pattern for the back, simply because I will just leave it. We are going to have the same thing for both the front and the back. Now before I cut it, I noticed that I have not input my shoulder slope, so I came down by 1 inch from the starting point like so. You know how to input your shoulder slope now, so you just go ahead and connect it to the width, to that 4 inches. So can you see the way I'm placing my ruler? Just go ahead and connect it. So this shoulder slope is very important, so that your strap will not gape at the end of the day. So that means this part is going out from my strap length. Do you get my point now? So this is going to be the width of my neck. Now this is ready to be cut. Like I said, this is what I'm going to use for both the front and the back. So every other alteration we are going to do, we will be doing it on this paper. So I'll just go ahead now and cut it out. So this is it. This is what we have at the end of the day. Now before we can transfer it on the fabric, I'm going to recreate the strap length for the back. So this is it. I want to cut out the strap, the strap for the back, and we are going to attach it together on the shoulder, so that our strap will not have joining at all on the shoulder. Do you get it now? So that was why I trace out the strap. Can you see it? I am tracing it out on another pattern paper, the length from that 7 inches. You are going to use that 7 inches length you use. You are going to trace it out just like I am doing. So this is because I am going to attach it together on the shoulder area before I can use this pattern to cut my back block. Do you get it now? So I'm going to trace it out. I know you may not see it, but I can see it visibly. So I'll just go ahead and trace it out so that you can see it properly. So this here is a strap for the back. Do you get it now? So I'll just go ahead and cut it out as seen. So now this strap for the back, I am going to attach it on the shoulder. So I'm going to join it to this one, so that we are going to have one long single strap for both the front and the back. So I'll just use my paper tape to join it, and by the time we join it, this is how your strap will flip from the back to the front without you having any joining on the shoulder. Do you get it now? So you place it together as if you are joining your shoulder together when you want to sew your fabric. I hope you get it. So just place it together like this and you're going to tape it. So like this, we have successfully joined the two straps together. So this is what I am going to use to cut the back block. But when I want to cut the front block from this pattern, I am going to remove the strap from the beginning, from that length, that part that I am pointing to. That's the beginning of the strap. So I'll be cutting it out when I want to use it to cut the front. Now this is the back. I will cut the back pieces first before I cut the front. So I'll just go ahead and add all my seam allowance. On the shoulder, I will add ½ inch, neckline, armhole, just go ahead and add half inch round like so. Can you see it? But the side seam, I am going to add 1 inch to it. Can you see? So I've added half inch to the armhole. So the side seam, I will add 1 inch. But when I get to the hip, you know, this dress is like a line stuff. Do you get it now? So instead of me using 1 inch from the hip, I'm just going to extend it to 2 inches. Do you get it now? So that means I have added ease of 1 inch to my hip. Do you get it now? So that 2 inches, that means I will use 1 inch for my seam allowance and 1 inch for the ease. Do you get it? So, and that is what I will just go ahead now and just take all the way to the hem of my dress. I hope you get my explanation. So the side seam, from the side, from the bust point, just add 1 inch. But when you get to the hip line, extend it to 2 inches, so that it's going to create the A-line shape we have on this dress. I hope that is taken. Now another important thing that I would like to call your attention to is this. When you want to measure the length of your back dress, you are not going to start from the beginning of the strap. You are going to start from the shoulder, from where we join it together. Do you get it now? I hope you can see the way I placed my tape measure. So you are going to place it from that point, not from the beginning like this. So it's not correct, because you know this is still going to flip over to the front. Do you get it now? So your shoulder for the back is where your back length should start from, and you are going to extend it to your desired measurement. So having done all this, now it's time to cut our pattern, to cut our fabric. So this is it. This is what we have. I'm going to just remove my pattern now, so that we can alter it for us to be able to cut the front. Now this strap is not needed for the front block again. You are going to remove it from that point, from the beginning. So you are going to cut it out. You know why? Because we have added everything to the back block. I hope you get it now. So this is how your strap will flip from the back to the front. So that is why you have to remove it from the front block. So I will remove this now, and I'm going to use it to cut the front block. I'm going to add every necessary seam allowance, just the same thing I did to the front. The same thing I did to the back is what I'm going to do here. This is not part of it again. So I'll just go ahead now and add all my seam allowance. Now for you to get the length of your dress for the front, we have taken away the strap for the front, so you are going to take it away as well. You can see the way I place my tape measure. So I subtracted the length of the strap, which is 7 inches. I subtracted it from the length, and I just went ahead to measure it to my desired length. And I'll just go ahead and add all the necessary seam allowance: 2 inches on the hip area, 1 inches for the from the upper part. Do you get it now? So this neckline area, now you're just going to add half inch, and your armhole area as well, go ahead and add half inch. I hope you understand. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out, and we'll come and proceed to the sewing. So this is my front block. So the next thing I want to do now is, if you have your lining, you can go ahead and cut lining for this, just to achieve a very nice finishing. But in my own case, I will just be using facing. So I'm going to cut facing for both the front and the back. So this is my facing. I have cut it to my desired length. Can you see it? So this is for the front, and this is the facing for the back. So you make sure your facing for the back covers your strap, the total strap. It is very, very important. So this is what I will do now. Right side of my facing the right side of the fabric, and I'll just take it to the sewing machine using my seam allowance, and I will sew it the way I have just demonstrated with my hand. Can you see it? So, and for the back facing, so this is what you want to do. Can you see it? So right side of your facing will be facing right side of the main bodies. So can you see it now? I've placed it together. So now for you to join this strap, you are going to turn it totally from here. Can you see it? So you use your half inch that we added, just sew it to your armhole, to the neck area, and everything. You make sure you turn it, because you must use the facing to turn your strap. So I've gone ahead to do it. I've turned it, and before you turn it inside out, you need to notch this part I am notching. So just go ahead and notch all this part, so that your strap can relax very well by the time you turn it inside out. Do you get it now? So after notching, I'll just go ahead and turn it inside out. So I was trying to use my finger to turn it here, but I discovered that it is somehow difficult. So I'll just go ahead and turn it out, and after turning it, I'll take it to the ironing table. I'm going to give it a good press, both front and back. So this is what we have. I've ironed it down. Can you see how neat and beautiful it is? So I've done the same thing for the front. Now on your front strap, the one that will flip over to the front, you can create buttonholes there. Do you get it now? So that your button will find space to enter. Now we are almost done with this tutorial. So the next thing I will just go and do now is just to shape it. I'll just shape it using my seam allowance. And for my facing, if you notice, it is not opening. I've used Emi gum to just secure that part, and everything is very neat. So I'll go ahead now and shape the side. I'm going to hem the hem as well. I'll finish up the hem, and I'll come and fix my button. So this is it. I'll fix my button. Can you see what I'm saying? This dress is very, very beautiful. So can you see my armhole? Everything is very neat. This is what you should have if you follow everything I've said. Now look at the hem. I have finished it up. I've weaved the inside and I've given it a good press. So I just thought I should display it on mannequin for you to see the final outlook. Alright, this is the final outlook of our beautiful pinafore dress. So if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly give us thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell notification so that you always be the first to be notified anytime I upload new tutorial, and you can be free to share with fellow soap tribe. I'll see you in the next one.